Nobody knows what Donald Trump is doing or why he is doing it. In just the last couple days, we have, of course, less than a week, seen him remove the tariffs, but also not actually remove the tariffs, which is why after the stock market rebounded on Wednesday, it then went back to tanking on Thursday because people realized, wait a minute, he didn't actually pause the tariffs. He just temporarily reduced them to 10%. Then he raised tariffs on China to 125%. But then, of course, he exempted cell phones, smartphones, tablets, and computers from his Chinese tariffs. And then he came out over the weekend and said, no, I didn't do that. That's not an exemption. That's not a thing that happened. So we don't know as a general public what the hell he's doing. But more importantly, according to a Politico reporter, nobody in the White House either knows what the hell Donald Trump is doing, and more importantly, why he's doing it. This is from Dasha Burns, the White House bureau chief for Politico. This is what she said during a recent interview with CNN. Remember how much we were reporting at the outset of this administration that chaos is the strategy? That's how he's going about it, what he's doing with Doge. That's how he's going about so many aspects of his agenda. He's doing that with tariffs as well. He wants to keep everyone off balance. He wants people to come to the table and negotiate and wonder, how they're going to do this with the White House. Problem is that uncertainty and chaos is not good for markets. It's not good for consumers, and it's certainly not good for the global economic order and the question of what the end game is. I think a lot of people around Trump are asking themselves the same thing right now. What is he playing at? Why is he doing this? What, in fact, is the end game? Because this man has given us excuse after excuse after excuse for why he's doing things, for example, the tariffs. He said it's because, we got the trade deficits. Okay, it's because we need more from them than they need from us. That's why a trade deficit exists. A trade deficit is not inherently a bad thing. It's not like a budget deficit. It just means they have more of what we need than we have of what they need. There is nothing wrong with that, and that doesn't hurt the U.S. economy. He said it's because we got to stop the people coming across the border. Okay, well then why'd you put tariffs on Europe? You've actually said you want them over here. Your wife came from over there, so obviously it's not the border thing. We got to stop the drugs. Okay, again, not with all the countries you have tariffs with. Like, they're not sending drugs over here. Well, we got to bring back American manufacturing. Okay, well, you put tariffs on an island with nothing but penguins. What American companies moved to Penguin Island? None. The point is, nobody knows why he's doing this because, and this is what the CNN segment didn't get into, the reason nobody around him in that White House knows what he's doing is because he doesn't know why he's doing it. There is no end game when you just do something spur of the moment with no consideration of what the outcome is. There is no possible way for any of these countries to come to the negotiating table and make a deal with this madman who doesn't even know why he did it in the first place. When he has no clear goals, when he has no objectives, when he just does things for the sake of doing things, there is no negotiating with that. You're dealing with a crazy person who has no idea what he's even doing. So the White House is confused. The public is confused. The markets are confused. They're responding with chaos. Everything is awful because we're being run as a country by a man who has no idea why he does anything.